One of the best pieces of advice that I received a few years ago was to start using a structured, formal journal. So let me show you what I mean by this. I use a journal called the Best Self Journal. I will post the detail under this video wherever it sits. But the Best Self Journal, in a nutshell, is a book that is structured around 13 weeks. 7 days per week, and that helps you achieve your goals. I'm not going to go into detail about how this journal functions. I might do a video about this, but I want to tell you about why, as an entrepreneur, you should journal in this fashion. And there are several reasons. In my experience, the number one thing is to increase productivity. And if your goal is to grow a business and build a business with the intent to scale it, to scale the impact, well, you have to scale with it. That's a key lesson. That's a key learning. It's a key thing I learned over the years, is that if I don't scale myself, my business is not going to scale. And one of the number one thing to scale yourself is to work on your productivity. Of course, many people think that productivity is about filling up your bucket, your own personal bucket, your time, your agenda, your schedule to the top, like being as efficient, as productive as possible. That's not the kind of productivity that I'm talking about. I am talking about human productivity, something that you feel like is joyful, something that you feel like is attainable, that aligns with what you're trying to do, and that is within your human means, right? I'm talking about the kind of productivity that helps you manage scarcity of your resources. Maybe it's time resources, maybe it's money, maybe it's idea, maybe it's whatever that might be, but journal to get more productive the right way, not just to cram more of your agenda, but journal to see and decode the patterns that make you work smarter, not longer. So that's the first reason. The second reason why I think you should journal is to cultivate your resilience, right? I'm actually looking at my journal. I hear my notes, and what I mean by this is, if you journal, you're able to capture what might stress you, what might create panic. Maybe it's money issues, maybe it's time management problem, maybe it's team or customer relationships that actually are taking a toll on you. And so if you capture the thoughts, you're able to put them on paper, to visualize them, and start developing strategies for how to cope with them and manage them. So that's another benefit of journaling. And a third benefit of journaling is to continue to explore your purpose and your calling. When you journal every day, you end up capturing the core reasons why you do this work and why you do the work that you do. Either you have a product or a service company, you're trying to transform something bigger than your company. And by journaling every day, it gives you a chance to put on paper your thoughts and explore what makes you excited, what brings meaning, what brings joy to your work, and to continue to communicate that exploration with others, so that you make them participants of your narrative. So I want you to consider that journaling art. It's a discipline that I encourage you to do as part of the visionary leadership practice, one of the 4 practices of the MetaHelm strategic narrative approach. Those 4 practices, again, are visionary leadership, meaningful marketing, purposeful teaming, and authentic selling. And that's the first practice. And that practice includes the idea that if you want to scale a business, you have to scale yourself. You have to have some tools. You have to have a system in place to develop how you work more effectively, more joyfully, more humanly, and more authentically, right? That's the key thing here. So I'll probably do more videos about the art of journaling, and I'll show you how I do it. I'll show you how I use it, but I just wanted to bring this to your attention. If you don't have a journal yet, start finding the right tool for you. I showed you mine. I just showed you my journal. I use the Best Self Journal, but it doesn't mean that you should use this one. Yeah, if this one works for you, that's great. But find the right journal for you. Find the tool that works best for you, and maybe you want to create your own. And I mean, I think that's a more challenging path to journaling. But find the right tool today. Look at what others have explored. Look what others have written, what have told and said about journaling, and try it on your own. And please let me know what you think and what kind of outcome that provided to you. Thank you. I hope this helps.